Just like the very second before I started recording this little video clip, the woman who just got out of that red Citroen in the foreground there just yelled over towards me, "The police are coming!" So, I guess I'm waiting around. I've been living and working in the Tyne Valley of Northumberland for a little over 10 years now, and I love it. I'd rather live nowhere else. It's got some rich, ancient history, and Hexham especially has a fascinating combination of ancient and modern industrial architecture. Things like this 19th century small building repurposed as an electrical substation is just a perfect example. For a photographer like myself, it's a playground. There's endless content for interesting pictures. Not only that, but it's a beautiful place. I mean, really beautiful. And because it's in the countryside, it's surrounded by hills and greenery. I was out one day with the digital camera recording some B-roll for a different video I had in mind. B-roll just like what you're watching now, really. And I was walking past the fuel station, because even something as regular as a fuel station, something that you're used to seeing in a very urban environment, when it's in Hexham, it can look a lot different because it's surrounded by ancient architecture and greenery. I wanted to try and sort of capture that in a bit of B-roll. So I stood outside and I was clocked within only really a few seconds, and then, of course, approached. Sorry?
You're taking photographs? Just don't take. Why are you?
I can't hear you, sorry.
Your camera is on, isn't it?
My camera?
Yeah.
It's on, yeah.
In your mobile.
Sorry?
In your mobile.
Why do you say that?
I don't know why are you taking photograph and video of mine. I don't know.
Right, I have to tell you that. What's the problem like?
Yeah, why are you taking? I don't know. Is there any problem with the?
Problem?
Yeah. Why are you taking a videograph and photograph?
Because I want to. That's all, really.
Do you have any permission?
Do I have any permission?
Yeah.
Why would I need permission?
Without anything, why are you taking photograph? I'm just asking why are you taking photograph?
Just because I want to, that's all, really.
Okay, why are you taking a video in your mobile phone?
Because I want to.
It's not appropriate. Can you just wait for a second? I'll inform manager.
Wait while you inform the manager?
Yeah, I have to inform this. I don't know. Why are you taking me as a video on your mobile phone? I don't know.
Oh, because I get this a lot.
Sorry?
Because I get this a lot. Sometimes it goes south. I think the manager's just rocked up. As you can see, I'm well within public area. There's a residential street there. This is not a road, but I think it is actually a road. But it's a dead-end road. And it looks like they're waiting to cross to come and chat. Oh, that's not cool. Did you just take my picture with your phone? Right. I'll need a copy of it. You come here. You want me to cross the road? Took my picture then. Oh, is he on the call with the police now? Let's see. Pathetic. Who is the man outside taking pictures?
Can you know where are you coming from?
Where am I coming from?
Yeah.
Like geographically or rationally?
What can I have
Or
your ID, please?
have my ID? Who's asking for it?
Yeah.
Who's asking for my ID?
If you want to take a photograph, you need to sign it from our group.
Right?
And we need a proof for you, where are you coming from and why you are taking photos.
Right? I'm not sure I have to.
Can I know the reason? And can I have the proof?
The reason for what, sorry?
For photo.
You're confusing me now. So like, Proof of my photo, what?
ID.
ID?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What ID? Like, who's asking for my ID? Is that, you're asking to see my ID?
Just few minutes. The police is coming.
The police? Why have you involved the police? Really? What for? Do you know the police only deal with crimes, right? There you have it then. He's just confirmed that he's called the police. I'm going to stick around because I don't want to waste their time, you know, looking for us. If I can do one now, and if it's turn up and I've done off, then they're only going to try and look for me, so... Look, mate, did you really call the police? Did you really call the police? Because if you didn't, I want to go. If you did, I'll stick around because I don't want to waste their time looking for me.
Can you just tell me that who you are, where are you from, why are you taking pictures?
Who's asking?
I'm just asking. Because you are taking where I'm working. Okay, that's why I'm asking.
Right? Yeah, we have to be working.
Customers came inside and told us why that person is
Alright,
taking
don't
a
get
picture like
too
that.
close,
He's
right?
asking. Are you taking recording?
Sorry?
Are you taking video first?
Because you're doing things like getting close to us, so it's just there to prove that I didn't hit you first or something, you know?
We are not here to...
Well, you understand why I'm taking the video then. I get this all the time.
We are just asking you why are you taking a video. We are not...
Right.
We are not asking anything else. We are just asking why are you
Okay.
taking a photograph.
So,
Give us
again,
a reason.
who's asking?
Who is asking means?
Who's
I am the
asking?
person
He's asked for my
who-
ID already.
We are working here and
We are working
Yeah?
here.
Right? Okay.
And lot of customers
Well, somebody
came in, just
somebody has to be working here, of course.
lot of customers came inside and told us you are taking the pictures of the customers. They are telling complaints with us. Okay, so
Right?
we are responsible and we are asking.
Well, surely they're complaints with me then.
Yeah, they are telling
Because
that
I'm
you are
not
taking
I'm
the
not
photograph.
acting on your behalf, so surely they're complaints with me. Look,
They are just filling the petrol in our station.
like
They are
you've
telling
got so many questions for me, but you haven't answered any of my questions yet. So first of all, have you called the police? Because if you haven't, I'll do one. If you have, then I'll stick around.
You didn't answer
Because I don't want to waste their time by making them look for me.
have you answered any of our questions?
I don't need to answer your questions. That's the thing.
Then why are you taking the pictures? Just tell us.
That's
fine.
that's a question. I don't answer questions.
And we don't.
Can you tell me? Right. So like, have you called the police or not? Because I'd like to get on. If you have called the police, then I'll have to stick around. Because if I don't stick around, they're just going to waste their time by looking for me.
Okay.
So have you called them or not?
We don't know.
You don't know. Okay then. Why should I satisfy any of your questions then? You're not just going to answer that simple one question. I mean, you told me before that you had. Now you don't know. Well, because you're doing things like asking for my ID and you're not establishing who you are first.
Then lot of customers who is filling fuel here just came inside and making complaint to us that you are taking pictures of them unnecessarily. If you have any reason, just tell us.
How do they know? How do they know it's unnecessary?
You are taking a picture of them. They are just coming inside and asking us.
Right?
Can you just tell the reason? Why
I'm
did you
taking a picture of a lot of things, not just them.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. You are taking a lot of pictures. Can you explain why are you taking the pictures, please?
Do I have to explain it?
So, do you have any
You can
permission?
record straight away. Why you are hiding?
Sorry?
You can record straight away. Why are you hiding?
I'm not trying to hide it.
Oh.
Does it look like I'm trying to hide it?
Yeah.
Normally when I do this, I wear a body cam.
Oh.
I get this all. I just take pictures, and I get this all the time, and often it gets violent. So this is for my protection. You know, because I get the police call on me all the time, because people like you don't realise that so long as I'm stood here on the sidewalk, I can do whatever I like. Oh look, are they coming or not?
Yeah,
They're coming. So I have to stick around now. It's going to waste my time. It's going to waste their time.
I'm not
I mean, how pathetic would the call have sounded to the police? Hey, come quick, there's a man taking pictures. Really? That's pathetic, isn't it? I'm no threat to you.
Take a photo of him.
I'm
Yes.
surprised the police were even coming. If you told them that all I was doing was standing outside of your property taking pictures, they surely would have told
but
you.
you're taking the
They would have-
pictures of
they
the
would-
customers. Do you understand my
Well,
question?
they're your customers, not mine.
Okay, why
That-
you take a photo of him?
Why take a photo of him? Because I was taking a picture of both of you.
We don't like him.
Sorry?
We don't like him.
You don't like him?
I didn't like taking a pictures of mine in your
You're out in public, mate. You're taking my pictures with these security cameras. Why can't I take your picture?
Okay, no problem. Just stay here. Just answer those questions to the police, not to us. Okay. it's
I don't
fine.
answer
Just stay
questions,
here. Yeah.
especially not to the police.
Okay.
Did they give you any sort of time window? Because I really need to get on now.
They will be here. Just if you want, you just speak here.
Right, I'll give them 5 minutes.
If you know you can go.
Hey?
If you know you can go.
If I
police
go
will-
waste their time
will
because
come
I
and
don't
catch
want, I've got respect for the police, right?
Then you can
They're,
stay
they're, you know, they're gonna turn up because you've probably lied to them. I know they don't turn
I'm
up.
not lying, just I'm
No,
saying
no,
he-
I know from experience they don't turn up. So long
we
as
are not
you've
lying.
no, so long as you've said there's a guy outside taking pictures. Come on, it's Hexham. It's a pretty touristy place. Everybody takes pictures here. You're taking my pictures with your security
You're
cameras.
taking the picture
So
of
no.
something else,
So
that's
the
fine. You're
only
taking the picture of
the
something.
only interest the police have is if a crime's been committed, and the only suspicion if they've come, it means that you've lied to them, that you've given them reasonable suspicion that I've committed a crime. Photography's not a crime, mate. So I'm taking pictures of your customers, or that your customers so happen to be in the shot. They're in a public place.
But they are not interested in taking the picture of.
I don't care. They're in public.
They are coming.
Why would they have issue with me taking pictures from one little camera when there's at least 5 or 6 of your cameras pointed directly at them?
Okay, no problem. You just.
So they've obviously got no issue with having the photograph taken so long as they're on your property.
If anyone do crimes, then we need to report them. So
Crime? Still a crime, mate. What crime's been
that's why
committed?
We are fixing that CCTV camera. Okay?
What crime's been committed?
Anything.
Anything. Every crime, basically.
There are lots of crimes.
Sorry?
There are lots of crimes there.
There is lots of crime there. By who? Not by me.
By someone. I'm not saying like you.
Sorry?
I'm not saying you. By someone's.
Right? So you don't directly suspect me then, do you?
We are not suspecting. We are not doing anything to you. We are just asking why did you taking pictures of.
No, you've done more than just ask why I'm taking pictures.
Yeah, that's what.
He's asked for my ID, my name, address, everything
Yeah,
like that.
if someone.
So what authority do you have to ask for those details?
I'm working here. You are taking picture of ours.
So because
our
you,
premises,
okay, so you work here.
Yeah.
That gives you authority to know who I am and where I live? How about,
You're taking
what's
our
your name?
premises, okay?
What's your name? Where do you live?
Tomorrow.
Where do you live?
I'm in Newcastle.
In Newcastle. That's very vague, isn't it? There's a lot of people live in Newcastle. You asked me for my address.
Okay, however, you are not answering our questions.
I don't need to
So
answer
you
your
are-
questions.
Okay,
Everyone just stand
okay.
here, no worries.
I don't need to answer questions. I'll give the police 5 minutes, all right? I'm definitely not going to be answering their questions.
Whatever.
Whatever. You wanted this, not me. Oh, come quick, there's a man taking pictures. It's pathetic. Right, I'll end it there, guys. I've waited a good 10 minutes, even so I said I'm only wait 5. Nah, they're still waiting there. They're looking, so it's almost like they're still waiting for the police to arrive. Anyway, I'll wrap it up there. If the video doesn't end here, that's because I heard sirens in the distance and decided to come back. But this was the Shell Londis in Hexham. Bye now.